First today we have to finish decorating our pot with shapes and paper before we can start on our background and our table. You can see from my plan, my background was cream and my table was pink. It's okay if you want to change the colours slightly, but I'm going to find those colours now. There's my cream background paper, and now I'm going to find some smaller A4 pink paper. I'm testing the colours to see what I like best and what stands out really nice. I'm going to choose the lighter pink. Use a ruler to rule a line when you've decided the size of the table you want to be. Then you will bring that paper with your line to the cutting table where I will be. The teacher is the only one who can use the cutting machine, and they will cut on your ruled line that you've drawn. The piece you don't need goes back into the scrap paper for someone else to use, and now you have your table. You are going to glue down your table on the bottom part of your background paper. So to do this, we talked about it last time, we are leaning on newspaper, rolling up a little bit of glue and covering the back around the edges. We're leaning on newspaper so the glue can go off the edge of the pink paper and it won't make the table all gluey, it just goes on the newspaper. You need to make sure there's quite a bit of glue on the back, and then you're taking your paper, lining it up where you want it, get it in the right position, and then press it down. Now, if there's time, you can work on your shadow and gluing your pot down. So I'm just using the shape and base of my pot so I can draw how roughly big I want my shadow. Don't worry about the messy pencil lines, as that will be the back of our paper. You don't have to do it in black, and you will see examples of Andria Beighton's shadows. She doesn't always use a dark colour. You can choose the colour you want. I'm deciding where it goes, how I want it to look, looking at examples. Sometimes she has hers coming out to the side a bit more. That's up to you. Just importantly, we're gluing it about in the middle of the table. We're not gluing it at the bottom of the paper, we're not gluing it at the top of the pink table, we're gluing it in the middle. Cover the shadow in glue, you can see how much glue I have on the back. Line up where I want it, I'm just checking before I press it down, is it in the right spot? And then, oh, here we're doing it again, pressing it down. It's such an important step. Have a look at the pot. Glue all around, a little bit in the middle, lots of glue. You're going to see that pressing it down again. You can always turn your paper over onto a clean surface so you can just smooth it down without pulling any of the edges of the paper up. That way I can pull it nice and smooth. Now, as we haven't done the background paper before, we need to write our name on the back, and then we're ready to pack away. Wind down the glue before you put the lid on. Rubbish in the bin, scrap paper away, but you need to keep your plan and pot and background. If you don't get to glue it all together today, that's alright. Make sure your name is on the back of everything and you'll pack it away in our tray.